Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for checking out the channel. Welcome to Grind Force Gaming. I'm Falcon, and today I'm coming at you in Street Fighter Duel with a look at Trendy Akuma. This is the brand new fighter that dropped yesterday. I'll give kind of a brief overview of his skills and kind of how he's going to work, how people are going to be using him. And finally, we'll be going through his trial realm, so I'll show you how to complete all of those levels. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and start checking out Trendy Akuma's kit. His kit might be a little bit confusing at first. He has a lot of things going on, but let's go through these in order. So let's start with the super. This is the Kishin Sengeki. What's happening here is actually 3 different moves depending on which marks Trendy Akuma has already activated. When you do the super the first time, it's going to do the level 1 and you'll gain an Oni mark, so that the next time you do the super, you'll do the level 2 tier of it and you'll gain a Shin mark. So now you've got the Oni mark and the Shin mark, which means the third time that you do this skill, you perform the 3rd tier of this, which actually does the weakest damage, but it converts 2 of his beads. We'll get to that in just a second. And then it loses the Oni mark and the Shin mark. So he'll go back to his default. It'll be like starting back over, and you'll go back to that first tier the next time you hit his super. When it's upgraded, it just brings the damage up and it gives him control immunity when he's doing those skills. So he won't get charmed or stunned or anything while he's performing that super. Now his combo 2 is actually very interesting. This might be the one that most people end up getting the most value out of, actually, because this is going to boost your combo gauge. When it's fully upgraded, it converts 4 black beads into white beads. Again, I'll cover that in just a second. More importantly, it fills the super combo gauge by 240, which is a lot. So that's going to be his combo 2. That's going to be great for building meter and allowing you to just get off more combos than you otherwise would. Finally, his combo 3 is probably the most straightforward. It's just one really heavy hit, and you'll see when we get to the trial realms, it's instant. Pretty much every other fighter, you'll see the health bar of the enemy kind of gradually go down as the move completes. Trendy Akuma's, actually his super and his C3, I believe, are both just instant. So it's just boom. The enemy's gone. He just cancels the enemy. On top of that, the damage is going to be boosted depending on how many white or black beads he has. So each black bead, when this is fully upgraded, each black bead will increase the damage bonus by 6%, and every white bead will increase the damage bonus by 7%. In fact, let's get to that. Let's get to his passive, because this is all about the beads. You'll start with 14 black beads, and as you saw through all those moves, you're slowly converting those black beads into white beads. When all beads have been converted into white beads, Trendy Akuma will unleash the skill Total Annihilation. So this is just a huge hit that you get for free once all those beads are converted. It does 966% of attack to all enemies, and when it's upgraded, it ignores 60% of target's defense. If you get his soul power, is it? Oh no, it's the 3-star X move. That's when it ignores 80% of target's defense. When you have Trendy Akuma's X move and it's leveled up to at least level 3. So it's going to be quite a while for most of us. Those X moves take forever to upgrade. The other upgrades that happen with his passive skill here increases his crit rate. So when you get it to level 3, every single time he converts a bead, it increases his crit rate by 3% until the end of battle. So this is constantly stacking. So he's just going to be that much more powerful by the time we get to the end of the battle. And then the Fighting Spirit, let's see. All right, Fighting Spirit is going to just increase the damage of his super. All 3 versions of his super are going to get a boost of 15% damage. His assist skill is actually really interesting because it builds meter from the assist slot. It's specifically on the combo 2 of the assisted fighters. It's very specific. I can picture it on, for example, regular Akuma. If you have Trendy Akuma assisting regular Akuma, then when regular Akuma does his Shin-Shun Gokusatsu, it's going to refill the super combo gauge. You're going to build your meter by 60. Once you unlock his Fighting Spirit to level 10, his Kishin Hadoken, which is his combo 3, will be increased by 40% after you've performed Total Annihilation. So after you've converted all 14 of those beads, then you're going to unleash Total Annihilation. And at that point, the crit damage of Kishin Hadoken, which is his C3, goes up by 40%. Then at plus 20, increase the damage of, those are all of his supers, so all 3 tiers of his supers are going to go up by 25%. Finally, at FS 30, after unleashing Total Annihilation, Kishin Hadoken can penetrate all enemies. If you get Trendy Akuma, you absolutely are going to want to get his FS 30, because this basically triples the attack power of his combo 3. It's penetrating all enemies, so you're not hitting just the front line, you're hitting everyone on the team. That transforms Trendy Akuma from being a single target boss enemy to an all-around powerhouse who can probably be used in pretty much any mode. The only thing to keep in mind is that he takes some time to build up, so all of these beads can convert and he can unleash his Total Annihilation to get the final buffs. A lot of this is going to be dependent on keeping Trendy Akuma alive enough to see all of the buffs that he's able to get. Finally, before we jump into the trials, let's take a look at his vehicles. It's pretty straightforward. After unleashing Kishin Hadoken, convert 2 beads. And then his 6 for 6, when unleashing the super combo for the first time, convert 4 additional beads. So again, we're just making things happen that much quicker, because that's the key. Once he hits Total Annihilation, then Trendy Akuma has reached his full potential. But it doesn't happen until he converts all of those beads. All right, so now we've got a pretty good idea of how Trendy Akuma as a fighter works. So we're going to take a look at all the levels in his trial realm. I always do these counterclockwise, so I'll start with the one kind of on the bottom right and work my way around. For the first one, I'm starting with Trendy Akuma, Elena, Blanca, and Chun-Li. So we've got a fairly fast team, and then Elena for the heal. I am doing Trendy Akuma, Super, Elena C1, Blanca C2, Trendy Akuma C3. And pay attention to how Trendy Akuma is hitting here, because every time he fires off that combo, you'll see what I was talking about, where that health gauge just disappears, because the damage that he does is instantaneous. Dhalsim, for example, does that huge burst of fire. It's just on the health bar. It's slowly taking it down. Trendy Akuma doesn't work like that, like the rest of the fighters. He's just instant. All that health, whatever health he's going to take away, it's gone. It's just gone. Which actually has its usefulness for other reasons, because his animation is so short. This is something that's easy to forget about, but animations for the moves take time. And if the animation takes a while, you can't activate the next move in the chain until that animation finishes. So it sounds silly, but having a short animation period for moves like this, it makes the character more valuable, because you can get to those next combos that much quicker. All right, for the second fight, this is now the top right level. Once again, pulling in Elena for heal, and then Yun and Poison take the next slots. The combo sequence is going to be Trendy Akuma, Elena, Poison, and then Trendy Akuma. For all of these, I'm kind of trying to test Trendy Akuma, so I'm intentionally putting in his super and at least one other combo to try and just test things out, see how he functions. Definitely a huge damage dealer that just balloons over time. He's going to get that much more powerful as the fight goes on, and those beads get converted. You can see all of his beads spinning around his body there. So you have a constant marker of how close you are to unlocking or unleashing his Total Annihilation. On most of these trial realms, it's important to note that he doesn't get there a lot of the time. If the fight doesn't go on long enough, he's not going to be able to convert all of those beads in time to even unleash his Total Annihilation move. So it will be interesting to see which comps he does well in and which ones he's not going to perform in, because it doesn't happen fast enough. For the third fight, this is at the top of the map. I am going to bring in Summer Yang, Cammy, and E Honda. Those are going to be who I pair with Trendy Akuma. Once again, Trendy Akuma has the Super and the C3. I put Summer Yang on the C1, and regular Cammy has the C2. This is another one that I do beat on the first try. E Honda is really nice to have in this lineup, because he'll start with that bullet wall, which will block Dhalsim's super. And then you should be able to get to Trendy Akuma quick enough that he just jumps to the back line and eliminates Dhalsim. So Dhalsim's just out of the equation from there. It's a super easy fight. This one I didn't have any trouble with at all. All of the first 3 here I beat on the first try. Okay, moving right along, the fourth battle. This is the one on the top left. This is the first one that gave me a little bit of trouble. I had to run a few different comps. What ended up working for me is this one here. I'm bringing in Suit Able, C Viper, and regular Dudley. So the combo sequence is going to be Trendy Akuma, Suit Able, C Viper, Trendy Akuma. This was one where you might have to do a few tries. The problem with this one is that they have Yun, Yang, and Guy. And the characters that you get to work with are all slow. So that this team's super fast and your team's gonna be slower. The other team's gonna get to their combos first. They might take out one of your fighters right away. You may have to run this a few times. That said, this combo sequence right here worked the best for me. So give that a try, should work for you. Battle number 5. This time I am going to run it in manual mode. But I did learn my lesson, and I will also show you a comp on my secondary account. I'll show you how to do it in auto mode. As you can see here, I am running it in manual. So I'm doing Trendy Akuma, Blanca, and then when they begin their super combo, I'm jumping in with Beast Zangief's Wild Beast Spin to shut down their combo, and then finishing with Trendy Akuma. That's how I made it work on my own account. I went through on my secondary account and beat this trial level again, because I wanted to make sure I show you guys who maybe don't like manual mode, maybe a little intimidated by that. I wanted to give you an auto battle answer for this level. So for the auto battle, this is on my secondary account here, I'm running Sea Viper, Suit Able, Sea Viper, Trendy Akuma. And that one is all in auto. You can see it play out here. It's still a really fast team. They might take out your Suit Able right at the beginning and you'll need to restart. But if you're having trouble, just keep playing it through. The RNG will eventually work out in your favor. This comp beat it, honestly, pretty easily for me. So I think this one is probably the right comp to use if you're running in auto. Okay, so finally we are up to the center level. This is the last one I do. This time I'm bringing in Summer Yang, I am bringing in Blanca, and I'm bringing in Fire Adon. The combo sequence is going to be Trendy Akuma, Summer Yang with the shields, Fire Adon, and then Trendy Akuma. You could probably swap those last two. You could put Trendy Akuma as the C2, Fire Adon as the C3. My guess is that it would work just as well, but this is what I chose to do, and it seems to work pretty well, and that will be the final level. So Trendy Akuma is definitely going to be primarily a damage dealer. He's going to be one of these units that builds up as the fight progresses, so he's going to get more and more powerful the longer the fight goes on. In particular, what you want to watch out for with Trendy Akuma is those beads. Once he converts all 14 of them and every bead is white, that's when he unleashes that total annihilation. And after that point, if you have him built up correctly and everything, his crit rate's going to skyrocket and the amount of damage he can do just explodes. So he's definitely going to be the kind of fighter that you want for the longer fights. I would guess boss fights, he's going to be a real hero. But he is versatile enough to fit in almost anywhere. And that combo build from his C2 is an interesting addition that's going to pop up, that's going to make him pop up in a bunch of kind of unusual comps. So I'm really excited about him. I need to finish up my push for Cammy Vega. I need 2 more copies of them to get them to triple S, and then I'll have to decide whether to take them to +2 stars so that I can start applying soul power to them. But after that, Trendy Akuma is on my radar. I may very well start pulling for him sometime soon in the future. Alright guys, that'll do it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If this helped you out, if you were able to complete this trial guide because of this video, please remember to give it a like, subscribe to Grind Force Gaming for more, and check out our Discord channel. I'll put a link to that down in the description, but you can hop on there anytime, chat with me, Nova, Datscat, and JB anytime. It's a really fun, positive community. We'd love to see you there. That'll do it for today's video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next one on Grind Force Gaming. I'm Falcon. Peace.